Why Novak Djokovic left the Miami Open as a big winner despite shock. Jakub Mensik defeat. Novak Djokovic could not hide his disappointment, as he missed out on a chance to claim his 100th career title after a shock defeat against Jakub Mensik in the Miami Open final. But he leaves Florida as a winner in so many ways. The 24-time Grand Slam champion gave a gracious speech to an opponent who admitted he has beaten his rival to win his first Masters 1000 title, with Mensik's win stunning those who have not followed his progress in the last few, and especially the last few days. Yet Djokovic should not be concerned by a defeat against a youthful rival who was serving rockets throughout the Miami Open, with that firepower proving to be too much for Jack Draper, Fils and Taylor Fritz before he fired his way past his idol in the final. That I was watching him, growing up, said Mensik. Because of him basically I started to play tennis. So it just feels incredible that I had the opportunity for a second time to play against him and to beat him in this tournament in the finals, which it was just a dream to win an ATP tournament, and even better that it's 1000. Playing against Novak in the finals makes it more special. Yet Djokovic should come away from Miami encouraged by what took place over the last couple of weeks on so many levels. Novak is back. It was easy to suggest the Djokovic story was coming to an end as he lost against Botic van de Zandschulp in his first match of the Indian Wells Masters, yet that defeat has some similarities to the Mensik loss. Big servers can take the racket out of anyone's hand when they are firing, and that was the story with van de Zandschulp and Mensik in their wins against Djokovic, but there was one big difference between Indian Wells and Miami. The Novak that appeared in the first tournament of the Sunshine Double looked less than engaged with the challenge in front of him when the going got tough against van de Zandschulp, but he had a very different look in Miami. Rivals collapsing. Djokovic's return to form in Miami coincided with worrying performances from top seeds Alexander Zverev and Carlos Alcaraz. David Goffin was a huge outsider to beat Alcaraz in their second-round meeting, but the young Spaniard conceded he was not at his best mentally as he went out in alarming fashion. Meanwhile, Zverev's worrying collapse in form continues, with his defeat against Fils dealing a blow to his hopes of challenging the absent Jannik Sinner from the world #1 rankings. With Zverev and Alcaraz struggling, Djokovic may be emerging as Sinner's biggest rival at the French Open and Wimbledon, where the Serbian great will challenge for a record-breaking 25th Grand Slam title. New threats. The gap Djokovic had over his rivals for so many years is now clearly diluted, and Mensik highlighted once again that he is vulnerable to the young guns so desperate to add his name to their list of on-court victims. Mensik will not be alone in taking inspiration from his Miami Open win, as his Davis Cup teammate Tomas Makak will certainly draw inspiration from his compatriot's success, while Fils is another player knocking on the door of the big time after showing good form in Indian Wells and Miami.